If I told you what team ran the NBA right now, and they're pretty much as important a team as there is in the NBA, and I told you it was the Brooklyn Nets, would you believe me? Hear me out. The Brooklyn Nets control so much right now. Well, we know the Golden State Warriors are the definitive NBA championship favorites this season, right? Anytime you win a championship, you bring back everybody and you add Nick Young, you're a pretty good basketball team. And they brought back everybody. Iguodala, Livingston, Kevin Durant. They got the full house and some. And they got Jordan Bell in the draft. Nice rookie with nice energy. They're loaded. But the Cavs, who lost 4-1 to them, who lost Kyrie and got Isaiah, that's not an upgrade. The Cavs have one move they can make. Not only in the Kyrie Irving and Isaiah Thomas swap, not only did the Cavs get Isaiah Thomas, they got Jay Crowder, they got a big in Antich, they got a pick from Boston. That pick is very valuable. That's one of Boston's last picks in the Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett trade that landed them in Brooklyn, right? As that Boston dynasty was ending, Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett didn't want to be around for a rebuild mode. Doc Rivers was leaving. They traded him to Brooklyn. Brooklyn gave them nothing but picks in return. So Boston used that pick to get Kyrie Irving. The Cavs own that pick right now. So Brooklyn comes into play because, again, originally it's their pick. That pick is decided by their win and loss record. We all expected Brooklyn, even though they added D'Angelo Russell, to be one of the 3 worst teams in the NBA, probably the worst team in the league. That is not the case thus far this season. As a matter of fact, the worst team in the league right now is the Atlanta Hawks. After the Atlanta Hawks, you got the Orlando Magic. But then you got the Lakers, Grizzlies, Mavs, Bulls. I mean, heck, you got the Kings. You got the Phoenix Suns. And then there's Brooklyn Nets. That's like 8th or 9th worst. This is a team we thought this pick would be like a top 2, top 3 pick. So here's why it's so important. If that's not a top 2, top 3 pick, all these big men that the Cavs are going to want at the trade deadline, a la a DeAndre Jordan from the Clippers, if the Clippers are sellers at the deadline, a la DeMarcus Cousins from the New Orleans Pelicans, if the Pelicans are sellers at the deadline, DeMarcus Cousins and DeAndre Jordan are both free agents after the year. A la Marc Gasol, he has a couple years left on his deal, but Marc Gasol, the Memphis Grizzlies are probably in rebuild mode. Maybe Memphis wants to get that pick and give themselves 2 top 10 picks, including their own pick in the draft, in the upcoming draft. So if Brooklyn's not a top 2, top 3 team, or a top 3 worst team, and that pick's only like top 10, you're not getting a franchise changer at 10, I don't believe. In this draft is pretty decent, but it's not that deep. So now you're like, I'm Memphis, maybe I just want to keep Marc Gasol. If I'm not getting Marvin Bagley, I'll just keep him. If I'm the Pelicans, if I'm not gonna be able to get my hands on Trae Young, I might just keep keep Cousins and re-sign him. If I'm the Clippers, heck, we ain't got nothing else going for us right now. I might just keep DeAndre and re-sign him in the offseason. If I'm about to get the number 10 pick, that's not great. So then the Cavs are not able to make a move and get a big at the deadline. They don't get a big at the deadline. They're rolling with Kevin Love, Braun, and Isaiah. That's probably not going to beat the Warriors. Might get you swept. So I'm telling you, this win-loss with the Brooklyn Nets, and I'm telling you, the Brooklyn Nets are going to try to lose some more games. They want to be a bad team because at least they got a second-round pick, if I'm not mistaken. So I believe they want to be a bad team. I don't know. You got to, maybe Brooklyn just wants to win as many games as possible since they don't have their first-round pick. I still believe they want to be a bad team to still get a top second round pick. You know? But Brookyln is not building through the draft right now. So they're playing hard as hell. And D'Angelo Russell ain't even returned yet. So Brookyln, they're very important to the bottom line of the NBA right now. You just don't even know it. They're pretty involved in what's going on with the top contenders right now. I'm pretty sure the Warriors are watching Brookyln every other night. And the Cavs are definitely watching Brookyln. And I'm pretty sure Memphis, the Clippers, and the Pelicans are watching this Brooklyn Nets team as well to see if they're going to be making moves with this team at the deadline.
I want to salute you, homie, you know, for building your own thing and doing your own thing, creating your own platform, your own website.
I got one life to live out my dreams, and I'm giving this thing all I got. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I represent the culture.
Right now, you're turning up on Itsmrtaliaferro.com, shawty.